It was more so like impressions. It really wasn't like visuals or anything like that so much. And I wanted to share here for all the new friends listening and anyone who listens to this recording that's also in this little group here, that the Golden Guides impressed this upon me, and I could see that to share it here, that, you know, basically the basic idea of what they were saying is that, you know, one shouldn't feel burdened, too overly burdened, or kind of stressed out, or even guilty, or some kind of other, you know, just whatever you could create around this, and for not having experience, or for lack of experience, or for maybe you're getting frustrated, you can't see something, you know, whatever, however you could frame it in your mind or decide that it's something, you know, that it's really important to look at it as part of our wake up, that, you know, uh it's just simple as that, that it's just a challenge for us, for our real awareness to take on, to see if we can bring something into the physical. So to focus on that, and sort of try like our best, you know, to do that. It's again, it's just part of our wake up. You know, one doesn't need to feel like, again, stressed out or something like that, or kind of be distraught over it. You know, don't take it as an emotional turmoil. Really look at it as like a real challenge for your real awareness. So I just wanted to share that here.
Yes, of course, that's it. So the idea is just doing something. So yeah, and the people I deal with the bonds and that, they get a little stressed and whatever, and thinking in their minds, why didn't this happen? Why blah blah blah. And it's like, you just got to go a step at a time, and you don't need to carry it, because it doesn't matter what you think in your mind. It's, you know, especially when you're dealing with others, we have to consider that. It's not just that we can think thoughts that, okay, we want this done, and when's it going to get done? Well, I know, I've been there too. And so, yeah, it's just being in the moment. So you just go step by step. It's a lot, and it will be put together. But at least you're doing something instead of not doing something, and that becomes, you know, your progress, and especially the progress for others. So again, as we step up, we each become like parents, and we take on a task, an assignment, and that becomes our child. We raise the child. So like you have, I'm doing the bonds and the money here, but you're the one that's, you know, doing that, and that's like your child. You're raising your child, and you're tending to them. That's all. And so, yeah, you make it a fun experience, and that's how you want to look at it. That's why many times on the real side, people all of a sudden have a new baby or something like that. Like Ava had one recently, or what have you. What's a new idea? And how you raise that idea and what have you. It can grow very fast, or it can grow very slow, whatever, but you're raising that idea. You're the parent now. You're taking on the task, responsibility of raising this thing and seeing it through. You see, so it's how you raise it. And yeah, there's, you know, you will get frustrated at times. You'll be worried, concerned, whatever, and that's fine. You see that, and then you just let it go. I go through it too, because we have the personal self, and that's just how it is. The personal self is an agitation. You have to realize that. It's constantly agitated, because that's how cause and effect is. You know, to be perfectly calm all the time, that's fine. You can practice it, but you just do the best you can. But then all of a sudden someone jumps out in front of you, or a car crosses you, and it scares the heck out of you, and you just about faint. Because again, everything here is agitation. That's part of the wake up too, but we take on the adventure to do something real. That's the difference. Yeah, not just to do something, not just paint pictures, or, you know, play the violin or guitar and sing songs, but to actually do something, because there's a bigger picture taking place. They're showing you, what they're showing you is the end result. Okay. And so this is where many times people have the experience, but they don't get it, that it's the end result. And it's like, well, how can this happen, or whatever? Well, again, they're showing you the end result. And if you ever, like, you know, produced a movie or something like that, director and produced a movie, you'd see it. But when we go to the theater, it's all done. So that we're seeing the end result, but we're not seeing the process that takes place that it took to make that movie, what it is, and all the people that it took, thousands of people usually, especially on the big production one, to make that movie possible, and all the variables. And so the director can't do everything, can't be everywhere. No, that doesn't make sense. Plus, it gives others the opportunity, you see? Gives them the opportunity to do it too. So again, yes, but not to be as an excuse either that this or that, but yeah, actually to have the intent to move forward with it. Because yes, it is part of your experience, but at the same time, it's kind of like a person that's overboard on a boat. There's going to be some emotional hurry up there to get the person a life raft or even jump in the water to try and save them. These things come up. So again, not too laid back because the world is dying every moment. And the idea here is, they want to kill as many people as possible and get their agreement at the same time that is taking place. They want that agreement too, because that takes them into future lifetimes. Yeah, so it's very important for those people to step up, and really there's only very few of us. Yeah, they're realistically stepping up. When I was a member of the corporation, that was fun. Those were a lot of fun years, etc. But basically, well, I was always busy. I was doing things, initiator, and plus out in the public for 30 years. But a lot of people are just very passive. They're just members. They're just attendees, you see. But now it's time to do something because of the world and all these people, all these wonderful people that have the possibility to wake up. That's what's so cool. And so you might say that's a responsibility as people step up. If they want to become more aware, well, this is the idea. You take on more responsibility, just like Revazar and the boys, to parent these things and to see these projects through. Now, the experience on Saturday that Kevin had, referring to the implosion of the creation bubble, and I don't see any. The old idea used to be. I don't want to come around another lifetime. I want this to be the last lifetime and blah, blah, blah. Well, it's still, most people don't know where they're going. And actually, you're not going anywhere because it's awareness. But his experience, they're showing him that, yes, I'm sticking with Revazar and the boys and I'm staying around. I'm not going anywhere. It's not that all of a sudden I get to the 7th level and I'm already there. But the thing is that then I just leave and just leave it all behind. No, stick it out to the end. And that's my focus, is just to keep going, etc. And the guides are trying to prompt people all the time to step up, but they're not seeing it. They're not really seeing it. And so, but it's a choice each person makes, because what else is there? You're saying? You look at why you're here, what's going on, and I see that I, every moment, want to do something as much as possible for the people that are unaware, because it's only getting worse. That's it. It's not getting better. Things might look better. They might be marketed to where it looks better, but it's all fake. It's all fake. Because the system that's been created is self-imploding. It's not progressive. It doesn't evolve like the natural environment when it's in its natural process, because there's an agitation going on. So when you create a distortion, which the social structures are, they're distortions, they will self-implode. Where the natural environment keeps on expanding, because that's the agitation that it goes through, you see? And so people are thinking, and most people are thinking in terms, because they've been marketed to think that, it's getting better. We're building more roads. We're making more houses. We're doing all this. Yeah, they're creating the comfort zone for the implosion. That's really what it is. Yeah, it's like an underground bunker until the H-bomb hits, because that's exactly what it is. So there's no progression with it. That's why, as a contractor, and I talk to these people, and they want the big money, like I get for the bonds and the humanitarian funding, etc., to do resorts and housing and stuff like this, and build and just go out there and rip up the ground, ruin the environment. That's not helping. The self-sustaining communities I'm going to do is I'm just going to bring in some trailers, set them up with self-sufficient energy, and then have the people plant trees and do their own food, etc. Something that expands, that helps expand the environment, but doesn't really disturb it so much. And create water cars. Those are simple, just to transform cars into water down here, just a step at a time to keep it kind of hush-hush. But little things to help out, but not to go bulldoze the ground and start pouring bad cement and do the basic building that everybody else does. No, it's so freaking boring. No, I don't see that at all. I see it very simple. And even people, if they want to build their own little huts out of sticks and reeds and whatever, hey, do it. I could live like that in the South Pacific. So a kind of a different view, because there's so much junk being built all the time, and it just will implode upon itself. That's the Agenda 21, the Agenda 30, whatever. Build all these cool housing things and have all this Wi-Fi and whatever. It will all self-implode. That's just how it is. The agitation of it will take place. So, yes. Very important, Jeremy, to have that focus. And there's going to be times when it's like that, and it's okay. You just get past it, because you have that personal self. So that's what we focus on, and whatever comes with it, you just deal with it. And there are days that you're not going to feel good, or you're discouraged or whatever, and you want to kick things, and it's fine. You just do it, but you stay focused and just keep doing it. And so 40 years in construction, the jobs were hell, but I loved them. I liked the hard work, but I stayed focused. And even when I was really tired, I hardly walked, I was out there working. Even when I had sciatic in my back, I was bent over, I was working. So you just stay focused. You just do it. And this here, we're very privileged because we have the awareness to know what's going on. Very few have the awareness to know what's going on. So I try and prompt others to step up, because it's for you, because you have to earn your way. That's it. That's the bottom line. You're given a lot, but you have to earn your way. And, quite frankly, I never feel like I've done enough. So I have the attitude that I'm always earning my way. That's how, and I like that. You see, not that, oh, I made it, I'm aware, blah, blah, blah. It's not about that. I'm always earning my way, and I like to do that. I've always liked that. And I like to do things and give and do it the way that I see, that I've learned, etc. So I'm always earning my way. Yeah, and just like everybody else. And that's just very real. And you need that attitude. And the attitude is not taking anything for granted. Paul even talked about that. He specifically said, nothing is taken for granted. You see, as you get more real and you see this, no. Just like the sun shining, where is it that you're going to take something for granted? You want to face it and be real with all life. So we are real. And that's the best part. And who will step up? And who will do their part, and who will earn it? And how many people have their hands out, expecting experiences, expecting it to be done? This is how the religions have been set up, for people to be beggars. And this is what we come through too, but it's time to wake up. It's all been fake. It's just to get us to a certain point, but it's all fake. There is no begging. You have to earn your way every moment, and that's the best part, because you become more real and aware. And it's not even about freedom, it's just taking part in with what life is. And just seeing that, having that attitude, and not thinking about, oh, I want to be free, I want this, and fine. But then letting it go, but being with what life is, because that makes sense. You make sense of it. And little by little, you become more aware. So when life and the real guides see that you have the intent like that, and you've cleaned up your act and it's all about your intent, they will continually help you along because they see it all. And very few people can get that focus. Yeah, it's figuring it out, and there's many parts to it. Yeah, so you keep going. I would you want to do it kind of roundabout and not really direct, because they're not going to get it. And it's just like me with the bonds and the bankers. They don't get it because they don't know the real banking system. And even though they look really good, you walk in their offices, guess what? They don't really know what they're doing. They don't know why they're here. They don't know where they came from. But they make it look good like you think they do. Well, guess what? They don't. Very few people do know the real banking system and what's really going on. That's just an example. So these techie guys, they know what they know, but they don't really know what's going on in the whole world. To them, technology, oh, it's just this amazing thing, it's wonderful, whatever. And they don't really get into the control aspects and everything else that's going on, etc., saving the earth, the environment. And that's not really their concern. Yeah, it's not their concern at all. And so you have to approach it in a little different way. Yeah, but a little by little, you'll feel it out. So here to help you if you need the help.